Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Now, I've been a little indisposed today, if that's even a word, with some family drama, but everything's cool now. So let's just see what's going on here. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, the market's really doing nothing. It's basically unchanged, 1 basis point. What's kind of amazing to me is when the market is actually unchanged. I've only remembered it happening in my career like maybe 3 or 4 times. I mean, think about that. There's 500 stocks, and they all have to move in the same way that the next day the index literally has not changed. But anyway, let's take a look at what we see here for S&P. So the important thing to watch, and I don't know how long this will take to play out. Next week is 4th of July, which I'm just trying to think what day it is. I think on Thursday. So Friday is going to be like a non-day. So it's going to be like a 4-day weekend. So it might take a week or two to play out, but what's kind of important here is check out this progression. See, you notice how what was resistance here turns into support here, and then what was resistance here turns into support here. All right. This is because when markets are going higher, people get seller's remorse and they sell. And then first they think they did a good job, but then the price goes higher. And a lot of them say, if it gets back to my price, I'm going to buy my shares back. And I'm going to buy them back, but only if I get them at the same price I sold them at. So these remorseful sellers placing buy orders at the level that was resistance can make it support. And the same thing happened here. Now, let's see what's going on here. So we made this little move higher. And now we got maybe an opposite of that going on, which shows us beginning of buyer's remorse. The market's at a top, right? People experience seller's remorse when the market's going up. Makes sense. They sell, it goes higher. They experience buyer's remorse when the market's going down. Makes sense. They buy and it goes lower. So anyway, what was support here, and this is let's call it I don't know, 546.80 level, we'll just say. All right, support. And now it looks as though this support level has become resistance. There's people who bought here who regret buying now that the price is lower. And every time it gets back up to their level, there's a good chance that some of these remorseful buyers come out of the woodwork and place their sell orders. So if there's enough of them, what was support can become resistance. And that is what typically sets the stage for the next move lower. And so far, that looks like what is going on. All right, let's just take a look at the big three, NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Apple, because Microsoft and Apple are really the only thing that is holding this market up. I know NVIDIA might be up today or whatever, but considering the move down it's had, this is really not any kind of a rebound, and that would make me think that, like, all right, well, this is over. It's going to start ripping to new highs. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but we opened today and we closed today here. So actually, the market's still open. Sorry, I'm a little ahead of myself here, but I don't think anything special is going to happen. But anyway, look at today's action so far. Opened here, got all the way up to here. Now we've had this big reversal. Let's check out the 1-day chart. So this is just today. See, opened big, sold off, and now we're just kind of trending lower. Short-term traders maybe get a little bit of a bounce around this level here, around like say 123. Yeah, that's probably what I'd be looking at. Well, actually, maybe around where we are here. Actually, you know what? It's really too kind of close for me to have an opinion. But we are getting this kind of descending triangle pattern forming here, which tend to be bearish. Shows us the buyers have hung out down around here. But as time has gone by over the last couple hours, the sellers have become more aggressive. They're willing to accept lower prices. So there's a good chance that this short-term support breaks and the price moves even lower. Is it enough for a trade? I mean, I don't know. Probably not for me. I don't know how nimble you are, though. All right. Now, like I said, the only two things that are really keeping this market from going into a big sell-off are Microsoft and Apple. So let's see if Microsoft is still holding in there. Yeah, so you see Microsoft, it's kind of just been holding in. It's been going sideways. If this starts to roll over, and Apple, yeah, you see how Apple kind of held this short-term support for now? So this is kind of what's keeping us alive. Well, I don't know about alive. That's probably a little bit of an exaggeration there. But anyway, all right. So Apple's holding up. NVIDIA looks weak. Microsoft is holding up. If Microsoft starts to go lower and Apple reverses and breaks this short-term support, that's when we get a pretty decent move lower. And it's like I said, we're going into the 4th of July week next week. It may take a while for this to play out. Here's our technology sector. All right, let me just look at the financials. I would say they're kind of neutral to bearish, kind of. So it really comes down to the same thing I've said over the last couple of days. This market is really all about Apple and Microsoft. And NVIDIA is now the second biggest stock in the market, but Apple is the third and Microsoft is still the biggest. So eventually, like, this is how market sell-offs happen. All the garbage starts to go first. All right. Then like in 21 weeks, all the Reddit stuff started to go. All right. The things that go last are kind of the safest, most stable companies. And right now, Apple and Microsoft are hanging out. And as long as they hang out, maybe slightly move higher, the market's going to be okay. But if they start to give way and do what I just kind of talked about, well, that'll be our signal. That'll be the market saying, all right, let's get ready for a move down. And then we position our portfolios for the short side. Sorry, I can't speak. Maybe buy some inverse ETFs or some puts. And yeah, we talk about this stuff every morning. So hopefully I'll see you in my morning call tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. See you then.